Hey guys, it's Charlie here. Have a real cool video in store for today. When I was first building blogs and thinking about the possibilities of how my blog could grow, I found it to be really important to watch other people's videos and success stories about what made their journey successful, what were practical numbers to receive in terms of traffic and earnings, and understand that path in order to kind of shape my project and position myself to follow a similar course. One of the big challenges with blogging is it's not overnight success. It does take days, weeks, months, and years of continually publishing high quality content, allowing your website to age, gain trust and authority in Google, as well as maybe even flourish on other social media platforms such as Pinterest, Facebook, and others. So building a site does take time. It's not worth getting discouraged about when you realize the efforts that can go into it to making it really successful. So I think this video is going to do a real good job of explaining what are practical numbers, what are really high goals, and realistically what has to happen for you to get there. So let's take a look. Okay, so the topic for discussion today is how much traffic for a blog to earn $10,000 a month just from monetization with ads. It's important to understand how to make money with ads in terms of what networks you're going to work with, what type of traffic numbers you need to see to generate that type of revenue, and is it realistic? What is the path to get there? What does your blog have to look like? What type of content needs to be on it to achieve those type of numbers? So we're going to dive into all of it in today's video. So first, the premium ad agencies, and the reason they are the premium ad agencies is because of the higher level of revenue that they pay per 1,000 page views. And the three that we start off with is AdThrive, Mediavine, Ezoic. And there is others, and there is other ones that are also very good. Monumetrics one that stands out. People still use AdSense and have had some good success. It seems like those revenue numbers are a little higher than they've been in the past. But in terms of the way you should think about your blog and how traffic can grow, I think these are great three blogs to stay focused on and almost kind of be levels of goals early on in achieving different number of page views. So AdThrive is the big one, 100,000 page views a month. They primarily want your traffic US based, and which is something that's similar to the rest of these networks is, content unique, original, and amazing for their advertisers and your audiences. So AdThrive's interesting because their ads are really high paying. I mean, you're going to get good RPMs from all three of these networks, but it seems like all the large bloggers, once they achieve that threshold of views, they decide to go with AdThrive because the payouts do happen to be higher. Mediavine blog achieves 50,000 page views a month, very similar requirements to AdThrive. Some people have had experiences where their niches actually do better with Mediavine than AdThrive, but they used to be 25 page views. I'd say it's almost been about a year now, and they recently bumped it up from 25 to 50,000 page views. And it's more of just their capacity, right? They only have so much people on their team to service the websites that they offer ads to, and they want to make sure their ads are the highest quality and they provide a premium service. So those are definitely two great ad networks to start out with. The third one, Ezoic, is currently what I work with on my first website that receives over 10,000 page views a month. And Ezoic's really interesting because there's kind of a lot going on outside of just the ads itself. So they pride themselves more on being like a data network versus an ad network like AdThrive and Mediavine. So there's a lot more analytics that go into your website and your pages for how you can analyze traffic and look at watch time and see the impact of how long an article's even been published in terms of how long it's been on the internet and how that contributes to your earnings. So there's a lot of interesting things with Ezoic. One thing that kind of frightens me about Ezoic sometimes is if you don't sign up for the premium, page speed accelerator, their current ads are going to slow down your website, and you'll see that on your page speed scores, which isn't great. Ads to some degree are always going to slow down your website, just an extra, element to your web page loading for someone. But I did decide to upgrade to the Ezoic site speed accelerator, and my site's been a lot faster. But at the end of the day, all these ad networks pay you money to have ads on your website in which the pages may be receiving traffic, and you're able to monetize that to make some extra money, which is great. So it's important to go over those three to start. Now, if we assume a $15.50 RPM, and the reason I got that number is, and you can see the picture on the screen, I actually have my EPMV from Ezoic for the year 2020, which was actually slightly higher than 1550, and this is kind of like a medium to low level paying niche, so I don't think it's that exciting of a number. But just to be conservative and just to give us like a base point for this type of video, let's assume a $15 and 15% RPM times 645,000 page views a month, and that'll get you to $10,000 a month in ad revenue. So that's certainly a very large number and can be really exciting, but also the 645,000 views per month number can seem very unrealistic, especially for a newer website or a personal website that's run by a single person. This is just to kind of give us a base point of just using ads to monetize. How many views do you actually need to get to $10,000 a month in ad revenue? Now, how long will my blog ever get to 645,000 views? So that's the second big question. 645,000 views is a massive amount of traffic, and that can be really, really lucrative in terms of the earnings that your site brings in. But how will that even happen? How can you get that level of traffic? Well, and this is a screenshot I have up here. If you have 350 page views a month per article, and these are articles targeting low to medium competition keywords, going after informational phrases that no one else has written an article for, you're trying to be the only source for it on Google search, this is how you can do it, right? If you go for an article that can bring you 350 page views a month, and you can see on the screenshot, this article was published in the beginning of May. It started receiving substantial traffic towards the summer of July and August, and it's been pretty consistent since. This is how you can get there. Publish articles like this. Go for these type of keywords. Because if you do 350 page views per month per blog post, it would take you 1,843 articles to get 645 page views a month. Now, not every article is going to get 350 page views, right? Some are going to get traffic that's going to be larger than that amount, and some are going to get a lot lower to zero traffic of that amount. So it is important to understand that blog posts, some of them can really become a home run and receive 1,000, 2,000 page views a month. Some can receive 0 to 10 page views a month. But at the end of the day, it's important that these blog posts are being published, being written, and going after low competition keywords. So 1,843 articles getting 350 page views a month should get you that 645,000 page view number. Okay, the financial cost, if all is outsourced, right? So 1,843 articles times $20 per article gets you $36,860 of total content. So that's how much the content's going to cost if it's all outsourced, which is obviously a substantial investment, especially for that amount of articles. Even at that price, that's a pretty attractive price. That's not too expensive for a 1,000-word informational article. It takes time to find good writers at that cost, but if you use all those numbers together, is that realistic for building a website to an income level that can bring in $10,000 a month? Is it worth the effort? Well, first of all, if you just do the numbers, of course, if you can build an asset that generates $10,000 a month in income, and the asset only costs you $36,860 to build, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Within 4 months, you make your money back and you're already making profit, and then you have an asset here that has high-quality content as well as monthly traffic that can be sold at a later date for a price that's relative to the multiple. So the key here is, how are you going to build the website to that amount? Obviously, you're going to want to see some success before you ramp up and put that amount of money into a website. But this is essentially what I'm doing here with my project. Is I'm building 1,000 articles at a $20 article cost. Each is going to be 1,000 words. The goal is to have 1,000 articles. And based on these numbers here, I'd hope that website would achieve anywhere from 200 to 250,000 page views a month, which would make me roughly $2 to $4 grand in ad earnings. And for me, that's an incredible financial investment to make all your money back in a project within 4 months or 5 months of being monetized with a premium ad network. That seems like a great deal to me. Obviously it takes time and effort, and just because I'm not writing every article or I'm not writing most articles doesn't mean I have to, not be involved heavily in the project, such as researching new keywords, editing, publishing the articles, putting up pictures, other managerial duties of, hiring writers, speaking with writers, working with writers, answering their questions. So from this point, as I'm publishing content in a massive amount, I want to focus on 10,000 page views first, right? Go to that first mark, maybe monetize the site with Ezoic, start making some money, and then you slowly crawl and climb the ladder, right? So next one's gonna be 50,000 page views with Mediavine, 100,000 page views with AdThrive. These are all just realistic goals you want to set, and hey, if you take it one step at a time, it's amazing what these sites can grow into, and it really becomes a snowball effect. The beginning can move really slow, the first couple months. As these articles start to gain traffic in Google and really move along, you'll be shocked the type of asset you can build in a short amount of time. And that short amount of time can anywhere be from 6 months to 2 years, right? Obviously, it seems like long in terms of the world to making money, but to build a quality asset that can bring in passive income on a reoccurring basis, it takes time. And I think for the effort and the cost that you can put in to have something that can come to that value in 6 months to 2 years is pretty incredible. So we're going to continue the journey of publishing 1,000 articles. I hope to be there by August of 2021. I think as of today, I'm at 324 articles published so far. Got to keep publishing, got to keep editing, getting that content up as soon as possible, and we'll see what happens. So thanks for following along.